We can go on naming the players on Real Madrid's list of legends, from Alfredo Di Stefano to Zinedine Zidane to Cristiano Ronaldo and lately Karim Benzema. Decade after decade, Real Madrid always had an iconic player representing their white colors. No matter how old you are or when you start supporting the capital club, there's no doubt that you got to witness one of its legends play. Real Madrid has a golden generation that won 4 Champions Leagues in 7 years, including the historic three-peat of 2016, 2017, and 2018. However, age is starting to take its toll on these players. With Benzo's departure and Kroos and Modric playing their final seasons with the club, this era is nearing its end. But Los Merengues have always been great squad planners. With Aurliene Tchouamini, Edouard Camavinga, Rodrygo, and Vini Jr, the club looks ready to transition. However, a final piece was added during the last summer transfer window, a player bringing chaos upon La Liga teams despite not being a forward. Despite joining the club a few weeks back, he's already become a fan's favorite. We're talking about the 20-year-old midfielder Jude Bellingham. So if you want to learn who Bellingham is, how he made it to the highest of levels, and why he is on his way to dominating La Liga for years to come, hit those like and subscribe buttons and make sure to watch until the end of the video. Jude was born on June 29, 2003, in the market town of Stourbridge, England. He is the eldest of 2 children born of the union between his father, Mark Bellingham, and his mother, Denise. Jude's father, Mark, a policeman, used to be a non-league football player. He used to tell his son stories about his glory days as a footballer, but he also explained how he struggled to make it to the professional level. Hearing his father's stories made young Jude fall in love with the beautiful game. At the same time, Jude was determined to fulfill his father's dream of making it as a professional footballer. When he was 6, young Jude started supporting Birmingham City, and when he began attending Priory School in Edgbaston, Jude's father enrolled him in the under-8 Birmingham City team. To say that the young boy was an instant hit is an understatement. He looked far superior to other players his age. His rare ability made him stand out in every youth rank he played at. At just 14 and 15, Jude was already promoted to the under-18 and under-23 squads. His football ability wasn't the only trait he had. In fact, his physicality and fitness levels allowed him to compete with older and stronger players. Hence, his meteoric rise through the youth ranks. In July 2019, Jude earned a 2-year scholarship with Birmingham City. Just like that, he fulfilled his father's dream of becoming a professional footballer, signing his first senior contract at just 16 years and 38 days. I remember spending my whole day playing FIFA when I was 16. Jude immediately became an essential piece in the Blues' first lineup, scoring 2 goals in his first 2 full games. He finished the 2019-2020 season with 41 appearances, 4 goals, and 2 assists. Jude's impressive performances caught the attention of several big clubs. After all, he's just a 16-year-old boy, balling out like a veteran in the championship. So the Red Devils tried their all to recruit the youngster. They even invited Jude on a training ground tour with the great Sir Alex Ferguson. It looked like Jude was on his way to the theatre of dreams until Borussia Dortmund came knocking. Jadon Sancho's experiment of leaving the Premier League to join Dortmund proved successful at the time. The English winger developed into one of the hottest prospects in the world in Germany. And that was enough for Jude to focus only on his Borussia offer. He was convicted that the gold and black t-shirt would be the best for his development, which eventually turned out to be true. On July 23, 2020, Jude Bellingham officially joined Borussia Dortmund from Birmingham City for €30 million. By this transfer, Jude became the most expensive 17-year-old in the game's history. But wait a minute. Let us tell you how much Jude is appreciated by his former club, Birmingham City. Milan retired the number 3 after Maldini's departure, Napoli's number 10 for Maradona, Ajax number 14 for Johan Cruyff. You got the picture. Clubs retire the shirt numbers of their legends once they leave or retire. Well, Birmingham decided to retire Jude's number 22 shirt after he left for Germany, which shows how much impact the young lad had on his former club. Once again, Jude hit the ground running as he scored his first goal on his debut against Duisburg in the German Cup and became Dortmund's youngest ever goal scorer. 5 days later, he provided his first assist on his Bundesliga debut. He also broke Phil Foden's record as the youngest Englishman to start in a Champions League game. If that wasn't impressive, we don't know what is. In November 2020, after James Ward-Prowse and Trent Alexander-Arnold withdrew from the English national squad, Gareth Southgate decided to give Bellingham his first national call-up in a friendly game against Ireland. At 17 years, 136 days, he became England's third youngest full international. Only Theo Walcott and Wayne Rooney had appeared at a younger age. Jude finished his first season in Germany with 46 appearances, 4 goals, and 4 assists. A meteoric rise. That's the definition of Jude's career. At the end of his first campaign in Germany, Jude was called by Southgate to be a part of the England squad for the 2020 Euro tournament, which was delayed to June 2021 due to the COVID pandemic. England reached the final, but lost the title to Italy after a penalty shootout. At the same time, Jude played a total of 55 minutes throughout the whole tournament. Still, this didn't stop Bellingham from developing. He went on to have a better second season with Dortmund, playing 44 games, scoring 6 goals, and registering 14 assists. You probably think, things can't get any better for Jude, right? Well, you're wrong. He became the best player in Dortmund's squad, and in the previous 2022 to 2023 season, he scored 14 goals and registered 7 assists in 42 games. That's crazy for a midfielder. His performances earned him a starting position in Southgate's lineup. He started all of England's 5 games in the 2022 Qatar World Cup, where he scored 1 goal against Iran and assisted another against Senegal. Jude was also 1 step away from winning the league for Dortmund for the first time in 9 years. However, he sustained a knee injury that sidelined him for the final league game against Mainz, which Dortmund drew 2-2, resulting in them losing the title to Bayern Munich. And this, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the latest summer transfer window. Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea and Liverpool were all rumoured to be interested in signing Jude Bellingham from Dortmund. The player has reached his 20s and is mature enough to make the first step. And what better way to do so than to join one of the giants of his country? Well, maybe joining another worldwide giant, Real Madrid. The move was quickly finalised by Florentino Perez and his men in Spain. They knew that getting the player early in the summer for €103 million fixed fee plus €30 million in add-ons would be an absolute bargain. People expected Jude to be that tempo setter in midfield, carrying the ball with his explosive forward runs. Well, Ancelotti had a totally different plan for the young Englishman. After Benzema's departure, and with the club's only number 9 available, is the 33-year-old Joselu. The Italian shifted his formation from the usual 4-3-3 Real Madrid, implemented in recent years, to a 4-3-1-2 diamond lineup with both Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo as forwards. With Tchouamini as a defensive midfielder, Camavinga on his left, and Valverde on the right, Bellingham was deployed as the number 10 or the tip of the midfield diamond. He has all the freedom in the world to roam the midfield, drop deep to help with the build-up phase, but most importantly, make clever and penetrating runs resulting in goal-scoring opportunities. These type of runs were clear during Real Madrid's friendly game against Manchester United. Jude made a fantastic run behind, putting himself through with the goalkeeper. Still, nobody expected the fiery start to life in Spain the Englishman just had. In the first 4 league games, Jude scored 5 goals, including 2 late winners against Celta Vigo and Getafe, and registered 1 assist so far. The boy wearing the legendary number 5 shirt that belonged to the iconic Zinedine Zidane is already building a godlike status for himself at the Bernabeu. His goal celebration, standing tall in front of Madrid fans while holding his hands up, is becoming the player's trademark as he slowly climbs to the top of Spanish football. Fans are saying that Jude Bellingham is what Paul Pogba could have been. Well, we think that he might become even better. The boy can do it all. He can dribble out of tight spaces, drop deep to link play, and carry the ball thanks to his close ball control and physicality. He is literally the complete midfielder, and that's why paying 100 million euros for him is an absolute bargain. So what do you think? Will Jude Bellingham take over La Liga and become a Real Madrid legend? Or is it too early to judge the 20-year-old player? Share your thoughts in the comments, and remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons for more content.